Hey guys, Addie here. I'm doing a bit of a cinematic U-turn today because I want to talk about a film I don't particularly like, or at least I thought I didn't. Let me explain. I saw Elf when it came out. I thought it was fine and have almost forgotten about it despite all the memes, GIFs, sound bites, and the clips TV channels used to promote their Christmas marathons.
Sarah! Oh my God!
But just because I hit the forget button on it doesn't mean others have. In fact, there are a lot of people in my friends group, people whose opinions I respect, who will go to bat for this film like it's the holy grail of holiday hilarity. These are grown adults that aren't just drunk watching this with their kids. And they're willing to die on the hill that this movie is some sort of holiday comedy classic alongside Christmas Vacation or Home Alone. The sacred shrine of wisdom known as Rotten Tomatoes even gave it a freaking 86%, so maybe I've just had a Grinch-shaped stick. What the heck? I've been in the category of people that see it as a Saturday Night Live skit, a fun concept that just goes on longer than needed, and halfway through you start thinking, okay, let's wrap this up. We laugh, we meme, we move on. But hold up. Maybe 2003 Addie didn't have it all figured out. I've grown as a person since then. My parole officer says so. And hey, I love a good holiday movie. So, in the spirit of Christmas, let's give Buddy the Elf one more shot. Plus, Hulu is shoving it down my throat nonstop anyway.
Everywhere I go, I see his face.
We're trying it again with an open mind and empty wine glass.
Sarah! Oh my God!
Okay, maybe half a wine glass. So I started it up and had a very similar experience to my middle school self watching it in 2003. An enjoyable, if standard, experience that tailors to the season but just isn't for me. And I thought, okay, there's nothing wrong with that. It's competently made and checks all the Christmas movie boxes. It's fun, fast-paced, starring a fully committed Will Ferrell. It takes place in New York City. It's about spreading Christmas cheer, reconnecting with one's family, and learning a little bit about yourself in the process.
This might be the golden opportunity to find out who you really are.
It's perfectly fine. But then something happened, something that elevated the entire film and might actually be one of my favorite sequences in a holiday comedy. And no, it's not the spaghetti scene or the snowball fight or the Peter Dinklage showdown. It's the ending, and I sort of love it. If you clicked on this, you know the story. Buddy is a human who ends up being raised by elves in the North Pole and has never quite felt like he belonged. Upon learning who he is, he sets off to New York City to find his dad. But before we go there, let's look at the sequence before Buddy leaves the North Pole. First, we learn about the elf code.
Best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear.
Then Buddy is shown Santa's sleigh. We learn that people don't believe in Santa anymore and Christmas cheer is at an all-time low. Since Christmas cheer is what powers the sleigh, they've resorted to using a turbine to take flight. Sounds like an upgrade, right? Wrong, but we'll get to that. If you know me at all, you know I pay way too much attention to soundtracks, so I love this original track. It's also used here. Anyway, we made it to the Big Apple. Originally, this is where the film started to lose me. It's not necessarily not funny, it's just that it hits the same note over and over, and over and over. You get it? He's an elf and he's never experienced the big city. Okay, that got me. So Buddy meets not only his dad, but a wide cast of characters that will become important in the finale, many of which are not exactly in the Christmas spirit. Not you, Carolyn, you're perfect. Will Ferrell's brother should take notes. We also meet the love interest, Jovi, who has one of the most important parts to play. Let's cue up the elf code again just for her.
Best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear.
Thanks, but I don't sing.
But she does sing. Jovi has a great voice. She's just too shy to sing in front of people, resorting to solo shower sessions when she thinks she's alone. Maybe reword that. On the other side, we have Buddy's biological father, the alpha Grinch of the film. Buddy's appearance has made him reflect on a past life, all while trying to balance the stress he's under at work and raising his current son, which has produced mixed results so far.
He's the worst dad in the world.
But you start to see the cracks as people open up around Buddy. And rewatching this, Buddy almost reminds me of Ted Lasso. He's so optimistic it's annoying, but then eventually you get used to it and it's almost endearing. I talk more about the parallels, but I don't want to give Apple TV any free crossover ideas. Anyway, we're on to the highlight of the film. Buddy is debating whether or not to It's a Wonderful Life himself off the bridge, but his call to action comes first. Santa's sleigh has crashed into Central Park and the park rangers are bearing down on them. A curious crowd has assembled outside and the news is on standby to get a story. Remember the turbine? It's not doing too great and Christmas spirit is non-existent. So despite his doubts, it's Buddy's time to shine. The gang's all here and ready to help, and we have a couple important moments to highlight. Jovi sees the news and departs for the park. We see the clausometer in action.
Whoa. What happened?
You made my sleigh fly.
We learn that if Santa is caught and everyone sees him, then all would be lost. Even though Michael had been talking to him for 5 minutes before getting his skateboard and was still able to make the sleigh fly, but whatever. But it's time to get people to believe in other ways. The Rangers are here, so we need a plan. Okay, that was useless, but Michael has Santa's list and takes it out to read to the news cameras. Which also doesn't make a ton of sense because we just established that seeing physical evidence of Santa. We're getting some feelers with a nice list, but it's not enough. The cameras have been turned off and the turbine repair isn't working. But it's okay because Jovi is here to bring it all together. Guys, I keep harking back to it. The best way to spread Christmas cheer.
Best way to spread
Christmas cheer is
Singing loud for all to hear.
And just like that, Jovi is forced to put her fears aside and sing in front of a group of people on the spot. No pep talks, no asides, no shower. Just step up and do it.
I can sing, but I just choose not to sing, especially in front of other people.
Okay, maybe we're screwed. But no, she's not the same person she was earlier. She slowly built up her confidence thanks to Buddy.
By the way, I think you have the most beautiful singing voice in the whole wide world.
You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. The engine's gone!
We're toast!
But wait, no. Joey has a crowd going and the broadcast is picking it up. And all the characters we've met so far are watching. And it's kind of wonderful.
You better not pout. I'm telling you why.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
Suddenly, everyone that Buddy has interacted with has a touch of the holiday spirit. It doesn't matter what level their interaction was. In fact, some of them weren't overly positive, but being exposed to Buddy's nonstop cheer has rubbed off on each one of them. And it's starting to save the day. But here it is, our last domino that needs to fall. Buddy's dad is trying to pull an Ashley Simpson until Michael forces him to sing aloud, which finally sends us flying. Remember that song from the beginning? This right here, this 3-minute scene elevates the entire film for me, bringing together all the characters we've seen the previous hour in order to save the day. They may have originally been dismissive towards Buddy, and some never even reconcile. It doesn't matter, because they all drank the Christmas Kool-Aid. People that either saw Christmas as the best time of year to make money, or those that are so busy and removed that it barely registers. Everyone plays a role. They might be saving Buddy, but Buddy himself was the catalyst. He may not have fully fit in at the North Pole, but he was ultimately the perfect elf to save the day. Is it as strong in meaning as some other works? No, but it doesn't have to be. So yeah, I can appreciate it more now. This was my Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come moment for this film. Some things fall together a bit too conveniently for the sake of the story that they're trying to tell. The dad's sudden change of heart is abrupt. The mom being totally cool with her husband's secret adult son is a choice. Or how everyone in the shot has a different eye line and doesn't know where to look. But I can overlook these things more or less. After all, the whole point is to touch on family dynamics, the cynicism of the modern world versus the innocence of childhood, and the true spirit of Christmas. Whether it's Buddy's dad coming around or this guy risking an HR appointment with his hand placement. It fits in nicely among the popular themes of holiday movies. Discovering the meaning of Christmas, family and reconciliation, rediscovery of the Christmas spirit, romance and love, miracles and magic, the importance of tradition, fighting terrorists. I'm not saying it'll become a staple on my yearly Christmas watch list, but I do appreciate it, and if I scroll past it on cable one night, I might just stick around to catch the ending and to see all these characters come together again. 'Cause as Santa himself says in the film,
Some people, they just lose sight of what's important in life. That doesn't mean they can't find their way again. Maybe all they need is just a little Christmas spirit.